Andy Awford, 3-2 development squad win over Leyton Orient today. What are your thoughts?
Mixed really, Stuart. Obviously it's nice to win the game. It's always nice to win no matter what you do, but for me we dropped below our normal standards today and levels, and yeah, it could have been better in lots of areas.
Before the game we lost Craig King. He wasn't very well, and obviously I'd wait for Liam Gooch to get here from the training ground, and then Akin pulled up as well in the warm-up.
Yeah.
What was the problem with?
Well, Craig turned up and he looked white as a sheet, and he'd been sick this morning and he wanted to play, and fair play to him for coming and wanting to, but he was in no position. Obviously the medical staff had a look at him, and you had to get him out of the way as well, because you want him spreading maybe a virus or something that he may have. So it was right that he went home. So obviously we put the call in for Liam to come down. So that was the first change. And then during the warm-up, Atkins felt the top of his hamstring, right up in his backside. So again, there was, he played for the youth team on Saturday, so he's had enough minutes in terms of recent stuff. He played at Barton on Tuesday night, so he's not short of match minutes in that respect. So there was no point risking him and aggravating it and making it worse. So we made a late change just to protect him more than anything.
Do you think those two changes maybe affected anything in the first half?
No, that's just get on with it. That happens. It happened at first team level recently, hasn't it? You look at the first game of the season away at Plymouth. James Justin recently, I think, in the warm-up. So it happens all the time. You see it nearly every week. There's normally a change really late from someone. So you just have to get on with it now, and that was nothing to do with anything.
So we went a goal down in that first half, and they had a few words at half time, and credit to the lads. They've come out and turned it around.
I want to come and enjoy the game and work with the players, and obviously in development games you have some senior pros come in and that maybe need the minutes and need to show the manager what they can do. But as a collective, first half we were miles away, really were, in everything that we want to do as a football club. And I said to the boys, it doesn't matter who you play for, whether it's our under 16s, whether it's our under 18s, it's our development squad or our first team. There's a level that of working hard, and I didn't feel that we worked hard enough first half. So yeah, they were told, and we got a bit of a reaction second half. It was a little bit better, still for me off where we want to be, but it was better, and there was a slight reaction, and they reacted a bit better. But the first half performance was nowhere near what we expected at this football club from everybody, not just the senior pros and the youngsters. We were miles away. So yeah, it was a bit better second half, and we'll go through. I'll show them some stuff in the week, and we'll go through that. But there's a mentality thing when you come and play in these games. You've still got to do what you've got to do, and unfortunately we didn't today.
Obviously there were three bright moments in the second half, because we scored 3 goals, and Jonathan Smith got us back on terms, and then Tyreek Backinson scored an absolute cracker.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, Tyreek's got that in his locker to break forward on occasions from midfield, and it's a lovely finish with his wrong foot as well, with his left foot. So yeah, he's got that quality, and it was a great goal, and credit where it's due. The first goal, Jonathan Smith, was a good goal as well, a good link play, and we've worked it well and got him inside the box. And then I was disappointed that they got back in it to 2 each. I wanted us to shut the game down then, because we haven't been great, as we said all day. It wasn't one of our better performances, and we got to do better. So I was hoping we'd shut the game down, and we've let them back in again. But then a decent ball from Frankie Masunda over the top for Freddie Irons. He finished it well to win it for us. So yeah, it was, like I said, slightly better second half, but it's not one I'm going to go over the top with, Stu. Especially first half, it was poor first half in my opinion.
It must be pleasing for you though. Obviously we know the first team has come in, and they have to get their minutes in, as you say, and like at Barton a month or so ago when we went there the first time, they'd got back in the game. The first teamers went off on the hour, and it was the youngsters that won the game that night late on, and the same has happened again here.
Yeah, I'm not going to be too critical of the senior pros, because I'm not their coach and I'm not their manager.
No, it's not meant to be critical. It's praising the youngsters.
Yeah, it wasn't good enough first half, and they were told. Second half, it was a bit better, and I think next time that any of those players played first half, I think that we'll see a different reaction from in the next game, whether that's first team, whether that's under 21s, whether that's check and trade, whatever it might be that's coming up next. Whether it's under 18s, whatever it might be. But yeah, in terms of the youngsters, they've come. We've made 5 changes on the hour mark to get some of the lads on the pitch, and also the senior pros, you have to monitor their loads and stuff. So it was always the plan for them to come off on the hour mark, and the youngsters have gone on and done okay today. I think they can do better. I think there's areas of it that they need to still improve on. Obviously, they're young kids and they're learning, and that's what it's all about for them. And they've gone on second half and done okay, but there's still an improvement that we need to see.
Another positive, 7 games this season now. I make it and still unbeaten, 5 wins, 2 draws.
It's not about that for me, as you know. It's nice to win. Obviously, it is. No point. I always say there's no point counting the scores if you're not going to bother about winning. Of course, we want to win. Of course, we do. That's the outset. You want to win. But for me, the main priority is producing footballers for the manager, for the first team, for the good of the club. So we'll continue to try and do that. And if we lose the odd couple because of that, but we get, we're doing it right the other side of the line, then that's got to be as well. But the priority isn't to win. The priority is always to produce players. But yeah, it's always nice to win, and we'll take that.
Thanks, Andy.